Hey guys, it's Ed over here, Winged Airfield. So welcome back. Got to do a little maintenance on the beehive, getting ants up in there. So going to do an inspection and try to find the queens and see how the bees are doing, and see if I can take care of this solution for the ants getting up in the hive. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to Winged Airfield. Out here with the beehives. So what I'm going to do today, going to do a hive inspection. I'm going to move them over to the stand. We're having some problems with ants, so I'm going to switch over to a stand, and I also want to kind of turn them to face more east. Currently this front is facing south, so I want to turn them, but first move them a little bit at a time. I'm going to move them forward here, then over the next few weeks slowly rotate, and that way they don't get lost. They'll still be able to find it, and I'm going to slowly rotate so they're facing a little more east. Southwest and westerly prevailing winds here. So I just want to protect the entrance a little bit, and then this way, if they're both facing east, they'll get equal morning sunshine. So I'm going to get all set up. Got the tripod here. Got my boots in case I need to get some twigs. It's a warm one today here out in the Midwest here in Kansas. So I've got my ice vest. Get my ice vest put on. Get suited up. Get the smoker going. And we'll go in and inspect. Most are probably out foraging right now. We had quite a bit of rain, so they've been hunkered in for a couple of days. So I fully expect them somewhere out there. I'm not sure what they're foraging, but so it should be pretty easy inspection. Okay, I've got one box moved. I'm onto this one here, so I was just checking the frames. This is the outer frame. They're actually starting to work on the comb. So very good. Pretty happy with that. Being a new hive, this is a medium super on top. I've already got another deep on the bottom that the queen is actually laying. So I was debating whether I should have put these in yet, but I'm glad I did because they're building comb out. It may not fill it with honey. It depends on what we get for the rest of the year, and especially for the fall flow, nectar flow, to see what we're going to get for honey. But I'm going to get this medium super moved over and smoke the next deep. I have a feeling the queen's going to be in here. Queen excluder's there, and we'll see what's going on down in there. So they'll go down in the next box. So this is the queen excluder. The worker bees can get through here, but the wire is close enough that the queen is not able to get through. They're all going down, diving down. And hopefully this drives the queen down into the bottom cell too. They don't much like it. Let's see how they're doing. I don't expect anything on this outer frame. These weren't pre-waxed very well. They're starting to, I mean, this is pretty typical. Outer frame, last one that they'll go to. There's a little more on there from when I put the honey super on. Oh, they're getting some honey there. And some honey and pollen here. Not surprised these outer frames are a little light, a little thin. Just gonna take this outer frame back out. Need to set it aside, give a little more room. Queen's not on it. That's something to be careful with on these here's. Could be queen. This one's got some weight. Oh yeah. Look at all that brood. And there's larvae. There's some eggs in there. Lots of honey stores. All this is going to be wintertime food. I'm looking to see if the queen. Not on that side. Again, lots, really nice brood pattern. So here's a drone right there. See how big that is? They're drones, their eyes are together. A regular honeybee, their eyes are separate, and a drone, his eyes are close together. No queen here. The queen is marked. She's got a little white dot on her. So looking good. So taking that one frame out gives me a little more space to put these back in, so I don't, what we call roll a bee. If they're really tight, when the frames come down, it can grab a bee and roll it. If you roll your queen, the hive is going to go into panic mode to create a new queen. And hopefully, they've got some royal jelly stored aside to do that. Lots of larvae. There is some capped. Quite a few drones in here too. Drones are beneficial. They're the males that'll go out and mate. In wintertime, they provide extra body heat. Most of the males will get kicked out of the hive. In the fall, the drones will get kicked out and the males and have to go. And they'll go die. Another heavy frame. Try not to squeeze a bee. Lots of larvae. And some eggs. And good honey stores. I'm glad to see that. Most of them got their heads down in there. They don't even care what's going on. They're just, there's the queen. There we go. There's the queen. See the white dot? And all the bees get out of her way. Now, she doesn't feed herself. She gets fed and she gets groomed by the other ones. You can see how long her thorax is. Abdomen. Sorry. There she is. They just sort of make way for her. She can lay a couple thousand eggs a day. So I'm going to keep this in here, and I'm going to be very careful. I'm not going to inspect any more in there. Everything looks good. I don't need to inspect any more. I'm going to cocoon her in there and just leave her be. Now what I will do when I move this box over, because I'm not strong enough to pick up all these. This box here with those frames, this box is going to be 50 pounds. This next one is probably going to be 60 pounds. As I'm going to set her on the queen excluder, so she doesn't go down anywhere. So I just set her on top of the medium super with the queen excluder so she can't go down in there. The last thing I want to do is trap her up high. So she's going to be in this box when I move this one over. Look at how full. I'm going to look at a couple of frames, but reality is these bees are doing a really good job. There's not much I need to interfere with. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to look at a couple of frames. I'm putting it back together. There's so many bees in here. It's pretty warm in Kansas today. It's upper 80s and really high humidity with all the rain we've had. We've got heat warning with heat indexes over 100 over the next 4 days. So I've got my ice vest on today because it's hot. Let's see if I can get them worked down a little bit. I want to clean some of the crazy comb off the top. Driving down. Try to be careful with all the bees, but sometimes you end up killing one. You got to think of it as the entire hive is an organism. Sometimes cells die. I'm gonna get off that comb. That's pretty good. I'll be able to move that. Giving the queen excluder a quick look. No queen. I'm going to put it in upside down. All right, I've got the hives moved. My battery is red, so it's going to quit really quick. So initially had it here, didn't like it. Ants were going up. Now I've got these both hives on a stand, and on the bottom I'm going to put grease all the way around each leg. Ants won't go up the grease. So there's the hives on their new stand. If anyone wants to know, these are Ozark cedar hives over near Branson, Missouri. So I'm gonna get these strapped down, get them greased, clean up their water. We'll be done. Thanks for stopping by.